how was it for you growing up in London? Did you ever experience any racism?
Well, yeah. There's always been racism. It's been a thing that's been ongoing and still going on now. I grew up in South London. Everyone's got bad parts in South London, and it's not like you're happy to get used to it, but these are the things that you live by, and it's an everyday thing, really.
Yeah. And how about now? I mean, we've seen so many players recently abused on social media. I mean, just how depressing is that?
It's very depressing. The other day I watched an interview on Clinton Morrison, and again I'll say the same thing. It's like, I feel like we're not going anywhere. Black players are still going to be playing football. We're still going to be here. We're not coming off social media, and I just think that it's ridiculous, the amount of talking that's going on and there's no action. Like, how can someone leave comments on Instagrams and social media pages and it's okay for it to be left there? I think it's disgusting. And I mean, I feel like it's a bigger thing for the media companies. The social media companies, they got to start doing things. Like all these organisations, what are they doing? It's all good talking, but if there's no action, then I'm not sure. Like, look at all the good things that Rashford's doing. It's seen and it's heard of, but there's many other things. I even started a clothing brand myself called Equality. It launches sort of next Friday, just for everyone to sort of feel equal, take their own sort of meaning out of the word. It could be anything: togetherness, love, gender, whatever. And I've got a lot of key footballers that are looking to be they're more than happy to wear it. So I really want to get that out there as well, and hopefully I can spread something that's positive.
Yeah, and you mentioned the consequences there. Do you feel like there aren't enough consequences for people who do this?
Well, no. Ian Wright the other day, I think there was a guy who wished death upon him. That is ridiculous. And he's been just able to just walk free and happy again. I don't think that's. I'm confused how that's okay. Some of the things I read online is embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and nothing's really happening. Even I feel like here, when we had a game once and we took the knee here, and I don't think it was the whole crowd that was booing. There was boos going on. I don't know what part of the crowd was doing it, and I'd like to also show respect to the chairman for putting out a club statement saying that we don't tolerate that, and it should not be tolerated. I don't know why people think it's okay to start doing all these things on the internet, and some players, they can really, really, really be affected by it, and it's, like I said, it's embarrassing. And it's all good talking and doing all these talks, but until something actually takes place and starts happening, then that's when we really see changes. It's been going on for years. I'm only 26. It's been going on for way before me, and it's still continuing now. And in today's game, it shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be here.
Well, you mentioned the Black Lives Matter, taking the knee against Grimsby. That's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you today, because you put a tweet out after that. I mean, how did that make you feel when you did hear those boos?
To be honest, I felt disappointed. Very disappointed, and I don't think it was just me. There was players on the other team that we was playing against, and even they was disappointed. There's like, why are they booing? And for me, I've always loved this club. I still love this club, and to hear, I don't know what percentage booing, but to hear people booing was disgraceful. Disgraceful. Yeah,
and there will be people who say they weren't booing you as black players; they were booing the movement. What do you say to that?
Everyone's got their own sort of opinion on it. I'm not politically too deep into supporting the politics side of it in that, but there's more to it than just that, and I'm sure people understand that. So if people can try to claim a part of it and stick with it and say we're doing that, then that's what you're doing then. But I feel like it's disrespectful to be doing that.
Yeah. And how about you personally? I mean, the social media thing has been in the spotlight a lot. Have you ever received anything on social media?
I always have. Not so much now. I mean, after the kneeing and the booing I had at the home game, you know, I had a little flick through Twitter and had a read through, and there was some comments that I just thought some people really need to educate themselves. At the same time, you need to educate yourself. But years before, you know, it's when you're young as well. When we had that booing not too long ago, we had a right back who was only about 16 years old. That was his debut. Imagine him remembering that for the rest of his life. Disrespectful.
What's the answer to this? I mean, how do we solve this problem?
Like I said, there needs to be change. There needs to be a lot more action and less talking. So yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, it's still going on until action starts taking place. Everyone's just going to keep talking about it, and the things that are occurring now, they're going to keep occurring. So action needs to start taking place, and there's just other things, as in, I don't know, I'm doing branding now to sort of get the message out there and use that in the right way. So hopefully that could sort of spread around football and out of football. And yeah, I feel like people just need to educate themselves and, you know, be more understanding, and hopefully things can maybe change a bit.
Yeah, you mentioned your equality brand there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got players on board with that? Have you got players who've already signed up to it? And if so,
well, when it launches next Friday, there's a lot of Premiership players that are interested in wearing it. Been speaking to you know, other people, musicians, and many other people are sort of really up there, and I think it'll be good for the world to sort of see, you know, something positive and something that can, you know, people can relate to. You know, whether it's not just race, whether it's anything you can take out of the word equality. So yeah, I'm hoping that we can sort of, you know, push that out there and do it in the right way.
Yeah, I had a chat with the head of Kick It Out, and he was saying actually we've gone backwards in the last 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you feel as well?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes taking a step backwards, you've got to take 2 forward. So you either take a step backwards and you stay there. So yeah.
Yeah, and finally, I mean, are there any reasons to be optimistic? I mean, can we get through this and get to a stage where black players are accepted as they should be? Yeah,
of course, without a doubt. We're not going anywhere, like I said. So you can keep saying all these stupid comments and leaving stuff online and disrespecting people and, you know, saying the wrong things. We're here.